I'm now parked on some rocks. Fender came in very handy.
Oh yeah.
A few times.
Welcome back to Brothers Fab and Adventure.
Today we're out for another adventure. We're going to run one of our hardest local trails called Spring Creek here in Lawson, Colorado, with our buddy Sean and his new machine over here. Should be a good day. We've had some cartage on this trail in the past, so hopefully it treats us well this time. Justin's broken a leaf spring, a drive shaft, and a different trip he ripped his steering box off the frame, so it can be pretty eventful. Starts out pretty unassuming. A couple rocks, nothing too big, but the obstacles definitely get a lot bigger as we go here. So right here there's a fork. If you go straight ahead, you get to the first real big obstacle called the wall. Ran it years ago in my old CJ7 when it was on 36s, but it's a little bit much for this rig. I'm only on 33s and I don't even have 2x4 rockers or anything, so I'll be bypassing it, but you go that way.
Yeah. I might go up the wall, I might just come back.
If you have any reservations about making it up the wall, I recommend you take the switch back up to the right like I did instead of continuing straight. As you continue up to the wall, you will encounter at least one or two pretty off-camber sections that happen to be on a shelf road that you are very much right near the drop-off on the road, and it is definitely not for the faint of heart. Backing down this hill would not be fun. As you get up to the corner, the off-camber section will actually lean you away from the shelf for a brief moment, which will give you a little bit of relief. But as you come around the corner, it stays very narrow, and there's a significant drop on your left-hand side and a rock wall on your right-hand side, so just be warned.
There actually is like one semi-decent little obstacle on the way up around the wall here for me, so figured I'd actually film that too. So here that is. Might need my lockers. I might as well turn them on so it's easier. A little off camber, but nothing too bad for a vehicle with lockers.
This is the first hard obstacle, call it the wall. There's a look at it. A little closer look at it. See how it goes.
You have to climb up a fairly steep boulder field just to get to the base of this giant rock slab. Once you're there, there's a couple different line options. However, I would like to mention there is an illegal bypass on the right-hand side that really should not be used. Please do not use it. If you can't make it up the wall, hopefully you can either winch yourself up or you'll want to turn around and go back around.
Whoa. Start coming passenger a little bit. Yeah, you can bring it this way now. There you go. Nice. That was pretty exciting. We'll see how Justin's truck does up this. A little nervous for him. He don't got a cage. pivoting around your two fenders, so you're about to get this other rock here. Yeah, keep it cut driver. You're good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, bump it. Yeah, just roll through, keep going. Stay high that way. Yeah, you're good. Straighten it out a little bit. Keep it straight. Straighten out. Oh, you got the tube fender. How was that?
Crazy. Did my tube fender come in handy?
Your tube fender came in very handy.
Oh yeah.
A few times.
Spring Creek is about 5 miles long to the top, and it gains about 3,000 feet of elevation, so it's a pretty good climb there. To get to the top, there's a couple different ways to get off the trail. You can head down Saxon Mountain to Georgetown. You can head back to Cascade Creek, which will drop you back into Idaho Springs eventually, and you can take the Lamartine Mine Road, which will drop you into Idaho Springs much more directly. It's always a good idea to have a plan for when you get to the top, because if it's dark, it can be a maze up there and it can be hard to find your way out.
Now we're up to the Boulder Road.
That was pretty good. Here's a wee bit of a shelf road, you see, and the obstacles and steepness kind of gain as you go up. We're about to come up to a real nice little climb on a corner of the shelf road here.
We're getting up to the shelfy corner, which can be pretty interesting sometimes.
a sketchy spot. Tough.
Nice three-wheeling it.
That didn't work out well. Freaking rowdy.
After the Shelfie Corner obstacle, the road continues to climb fairly steeply, and the shelf road aspect is very apparent. There's a couple large boulders that you can either go to the outside or to the inside of, and there's not a lot of good option to get over them.
Of course, he just made it look easy. Looks like that's gonna smash my door in. There we go. After many switchbacks and shelf road sections, we were at the next major obstacle. I've always called this one left turn. I don't know if anybody else has a different name for it, but got a few different line options, so it can be pretty fun. It's story time now because something crazy happened one time that we came up to this point. We got up here, there was a guy with a Jeep Cherokee, probably on like 31 to 33 inch tires, not really built, maybe a minor lift, whatever. Turns out his brake line had broke in the rear of the vehicle, I believe. So we tried for a while to get it fixed for him. Nothing was working, and another group of guys had rolled up on us in the trail. So they were kind of impatient. They were trying to just get him moved out of the way. We kind of stepped back and let them move him out of the way, and then they were proposing that he would drive down just using his e-brake. And this road has a lot of switchbacks and a lot of shelf road, and Cherokee e-brakes are total crap. So you know, pretty much a death sentence for the guy. But at any rate, they got him kind of moved down into this area, and then he was trying to make this turn right here, and his brakes obviously didn't do anything, and his e-brake wasn't doing anything, and he actually ended up going straight off the side here.
Was it there, or was it this one right here?
It was over here, and it was that pine tree down there that's kind of scarred up that stopped him. So he had gone all the way down off this pitch here, and we had to winch him back up. Got him back up and then parked him off to the side over here, and he hitched a ride out. Came back with some other 4x4 rescue people to get his Jeep out of here. But yeah, it was a crazy story. Always try to be gracious to people when they're in trouble. Don't rush them along, because stupid stuff can happen. So.
Yeah, try to get it as far driver as possible. Right there. Give it a little bump right there. Yeah. Your rear locker is not working. Oh, what happened?
Well, it didn't work out. My front locker is not working. My rear locker is being finicky, apparently. Guess I got a leak and the compressor can't keep up. So I'm now parked on some rocks. Drive shaft's grinding. My rear diff cover is against a rock. And my front control arm mount is also on a rock. So, woo! Guess I'm gonna get a little bit of a winch out of here. Good times. Had to stack rocks and winch, but got unstuck, so we'll see if I can get out of here without any help. All right, now Justin's gonna show us what that should have looked like. That's good. You can come a little passenger if you want now. So a little passenger. That's good. Straighten out a little bit. There you go. Yeah. That's looking great, man. Yeah. Perfect. Stay a little this way.
I don't think I can find that.
Yeah.
Made it to the rock garden.
Try to pull up out of the way so that I can be the last man in the chain.
This should be fun.
Keep it hard. Passenger. You're gonna have to go driver. Yep. If you can keep coming this way, it might work. Nice. Now you can come this way. There you go. Stay passenger. Or that. That might work. Yeah. All right, we still got more to go, but now it's my turn. I'm going to be taking easy lines, and hopefully I don't need any assistance because we're running out of time and we're a little over halfway up it now.
All right, Jay's turn.
Behind me to the right, you may see what appears to be a bypass. I believe that is an illegal bypass that was not there over 20 years ago when we first started running this trail. One time we got to this point and there was a large group jammed up in the rock garden, and we could hear somebody off in the distance, part of that group, chopping what I would assume is a tree that was blocking the bypass. So please don't do that, and please don't use the bypasses.
Oh. Driver, or I mean passenger.
Even though my vehicle is not fully functioning, you'll notice I'm not using the bypass because that's the kind of thing that gets trails closed, and that's not what we want. So please refrain, and let's keep the trails open.
Straighten it out. Driver.
Yeah, hard driver.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he may have made it through that. The lockers are on and off.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to know what he's gonna get or not yet.
Every time we get to this point in the trail, he shuts his truck off because we're about halfway through the rock garden, and then it doesn't want to start again, so that's fun. Unfortunately, that might be the end of it. It's getting pretty dark. We got his truck started again, so we're going to try to finish this rock garden now. Hopefully it goes pretty smooth. About halfway through, but it eases up just a little bit, so.
Little night wheeling, I guess.
Once you get past the first half of the rock garden, it turns into much more of a single line option as opposed to having some variety and some different choices. It does continue to stay pretty rocky, which you'll climb up and out of the rock garden, up a hill that is also still kind of like the rock garden, and then you'll hit this left turn. Justin had ripped the steering box off of his frame. He was up there all alone with a friend riding passenger, and his steering box had let loose basically at the midpoint of the rock garden. So he ended up having to limp his way up all this rest of the trail to this corner here, and ended up leaving it there overnight until we could get some parts and come back and fix it. I was working at a raft company, so I was down in Idaho Springs, and he was lucky enough to have service to give me a call, and I had gone up there and saved them from the top of the mountain just before it got dark. And it had been years since I had come up any other trail to get to the top there, so I was just like hoping that I would know how to find them. Fortunately, I did find them and got them off of there, but just goes to show you could have a really bad time if you're not careful up here. Once you get past the corner, it continues to be rocky for a little while, and then eventually the rocks subside and it opens up into a fairly decent opening, kind of a junction of some other trails. Once we got to the top of the trail, we continued to make our way back out. I unfortunately missed the turn to go down the Laramtime Mine Road, and we ended up kind of lost in between there and Cascade Creek, but eventually we found our way back to Cascade Creek and continued out that way. It was less than convenient, but definitely better than turning around and heading back down Spring Creek, I can say that much for sure. It would not be fun in the dark. That's going to be all for this time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time on Brothers Fab and Adventure.